You're on Island Block Radio, powered by Dash.
What's up, everybody? We're back at the ParBar. Yeah. And it's been a while.
Yeah. That shout out to Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host, Mr. Rich D. Joining me, as always, Mr. Vince T.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Your favorite family member is not here, but his cousin is Uncle Yes Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Doppelganger. Yes, yes.
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger on a diet.
How you say that in Chamorro?
Doppu.
Doppelganger.
Dinga. The Dinga.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Twins.
Yeah,
That's actually a family name, too, right?
Ding it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Somebody with a lot of
from
twins.
South, yeah, from Southside. Anyway, and the doctor himself, Dr. Twisted.
What up?
And you're on Island Block Radio, powered by
Dash.
And we're back, guys.
Yo.
Man, we survived.
Yeah, we did.
We
Barely.
survived.
Whew.
That was a rough
Good
one.
job, guys. Good
That,
job.
that was a rough Saturday, man.
Yeah.
Hey. Now you guys appreciate what the hell I do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always have. I
Yeah.
always have, man. I've never.
I just want to put that on there so everybody knows that you guys appreciate me.
Oh. Yeah, it was easy, though.
You're needy.
It was really easy.
But yeah, man, you know, I'm glad you were there for at least, you know, a portion of the afternoon
Nah,
or
for
morning to afternoon.
Yeah.
And then we did have a good time. So yeah, we're gonna jump into that. We have a lot of things to get to today.
Whoa, hold on. What's up with cocaine eyes over here?
That's how we do
Damn,
it.
I
you
know
in
Lil,
Hollywood,
I know
you
Lil
what
Rob's
I
sitting
mean?
next to me.
You're holding that
Nah,
white phone in hand. Looks like you got a poker hand in.
Just trying to stay with the
I don't
game.
know
You
what's
know?
going on with that guy.
But yeah, we do got a lot.
mysterious.
We got a lot to get to today. We're gonna talk about some stuff, that's happened and happening, and what's gonna happen. And so, you know, but before we get there, that CCF weekend for me and what we've been up to, of course, you know, I mean, this week was about rest and recovery, son. Some R&R.
Yes.
It was, man, it went by fast, but at the same time, it went by slowly. Like, it was like a lot of shit going on.
A lot.
And I swear that day would not fucking end, man.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm not saying like I wanted it to end, but I was just like, man, what time is it? 1 o'clock.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, damn. I thought,
Gotcha,
okay, I
gotcha,
got to get over
gotcha,
here.
gotcha.
And then I run over there, get some stuff done, come back. What time is it? 1:20. Oh, shit. All right. We got to go on and like, you know, I got some time, but I ain't got that much time. And so, you know, it was just rough, man. It was good. The performances were great. I thought it was Guma Mahi did really well.
Yes. Awesome.
KCF.
Awesome.
Also, man, shout out to Auntie Heidi Kenga from Long Beach, California.
From Couture.
Yeah, she's now the another official Fafanagui here in California.
Congratulations,
congrats.
Auntie Heidi.
Big step.
So we only have
Yeah.
2 here in San Diego, or San Diego in the States, and those are the 2 I believe. I believe there's only 2.
Uncle Joel and Auntie Heidi now, right?
Auntie Heidi and Rose.
Oh, Rose.
Yes.
That's right. Rose.
Yes. So there are 2 official ones here in California. And, man, there was just a lot going on. And we also had the lieutenant governor here. The attorney general was here.
Damn.
Yeah, there was a bunch going on. The beer garden was popping.
Yes, it was.
Great job, guys.
you
Yeah,
know-
and shout out to El Desperado.
Yes,
Glory?
Dos
Dos
Desperados.
Those Desperados.
Those
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to those guys, man.
Dos
Some good ones.
Desperados.
Desperado.
Whoa.
Oh.
Why don't you
Come to your
none of the words.
senses.
All right, no music break today, guys. Jeez.
Anyway, man, it was good, but it was good to get back home from San Marcos. It was great seeing a bunch of people that I've never seen before, and then it was great to be back home, get some rest, clean up the house, clean up all the stuff that we've been doing, and then you know, and man, just decompress with Uncle Frank before he went back to Guam. He did a couple workshops with him. We had lunch with him, and it was awesome. You know, just kind of like recharging your batteries. You know what I mean? As a teacher, you know, you kind of start like wondering and start getting tired of things, and you know, you have questions, and you know, he just comes out here, he answers some questions, and he gives you new things to look at in your path, and you know, new things to accomplish.
Yeah, that's good.
And you know, like I said, man, he's been doing it forever. But it was a great week, man. Colt, how was your week?
That was great. That was good.
Doing that bush cutting.
Bush cutting.
Bush
all kinds of-
cuttering,
yeah,
dude.
bush cuttering, trimming the trees. You know, I was doing a lot of housework. It's good. I haven't done that in years.
Yeah, you need to. I've been driving by your house. You need to do some yard work.
Yeah.
Actually, I drove by not too long ago, Saturday. It looked good.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
Trying to keep it up.
that hill's hard.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird ass angle.
Fuck that hill.
Felt like I did a workout after it. It took me like 6 hours just to do the back.
What? 6 hours?
Well, I had just one bush cutter, you know. I mean, it doesn't look that big, but once you got one bush cutter, with all that, it gets bigger.
Dude, and like we said before, man, with this rainy season we've had, all that stuff is just like, what are you
it's
calling it?
growing
Broccoli
crazy.
weeds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
broccoli weed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's understandable.
I think one of my neighbors actually came by and was telling me that it was actually like lettuce and tried to eat it. So I was like, yeah, no.
Did you
I'm good.
donate
I'm
it to his
I like
cause?
meat.
It's like, I like unicorns as well.
Yeah, I buy my lettuce. Sorry.
Unicorns and mermaids, I love them.
Stupid.
I got to go in the house. Man, VT, we did miss you, man, up there at CCF.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah. It was my first one. I wasn't there for.
In a while, yeah.
Well, yeah. But man, credit to you guys. You guys did great. From what I've seen on social media, and then the recordings that we had.
I didn't screw up too bad.
No, Mark, you did good, bro. Yeah, you did good.
I a good teacher. Good teacher.
I could do better. But anyways, yeah, you guys did good. You guys had some artists up there.
We did.
Yeah, shout out to Two Lovers Point. Shout out to Colt. Thank you, man,
Yes,
for
Colt.
stopping
Oh,
through.
yeah.
And then also, you guys met a new artist, right?
Yes, Miss Kana Day.
Kana Day.
Kana Day,
Day
yeah.
is her last name?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I heard she was up there killing it. Just as an impromptu
Yeah.
performance.
And
act,
she also
so-
did a performance up there on the main stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
right
she was
before
on
we
time.
went.
That's
Yeah.
actually how we ended up bringing her up.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
She was performing right before Renche went up. So as we were doing our
So
setup,
You guys heard it.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and then
That
when we
makes sense.
just, I don't know, just kind of fortunate events when we got up there after our performance, she was sitting at the table right in front of us.
Right. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ready to get back on.
yeah. I just
sounded
told Rich.
good.
I
She
told
was
Rich. I
good,
said we're
man.
getting this girl on the show. We gotta talk to her.
That's good. But yeah, other than that, man, I just really been enjoying like family time, doing stuff. I've been slammed like through work. So I'm starting to realize that more.
Oh yeah.
That work ain't everything. I mean,
Yeah.
we all work for a living, but damn, dude, if you don't get home till late and you only get like maybe 2-3 hours seeing your family, that really ain't shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
So I've been prioritizing, trying to prioritize at least.
Well, I'm glad I could teach you something.
You didn't teach me shit. That was my dad.
Rich always trying to take credit for
Look
some
at that,
shit.
look at that. Like he taught me everything about
I know, right?
moral lessons.
Oh,
Look at you, Rich.
man.
If anything, you taught us what not to do.
Mark.
Man, yeah, CCF weekend, long weekend, fun weekend. I didn't get too much of a chance to decompress from it though because, I had to work right away, and people are stupid out there, man. Three incidents already this week where people in cars crash into shit, and somehow they find the gas line when they hit it. So, yeah, and it's just been keeping me busy. That and then obviously Friday night we went out to Guahan Grill down in Imperial Beach at their new location, and we checked out Dom and Nico doing a set, and Kana Day, the
Nice.
young lady that we met at CCF, she showed up and she did a couple sets with the boys.
Nice.
Yeah, and they were really impressed with her, and she's gonna be working with those guys a lot more in the future.
Cool.
And Saturday night, I was up in Oceanside with R&D, which is Dominic and Rico,
Yes.
and I gigged with them up there last night.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty good, But that's it. Other than that, it's been a long week, man. It's taken forever just to get to this point. It seems like.
Yeah, long week.
Yeah.
I want to also say a shout out to all those joining us here on Facebook Live. I want to send a shout out to Jay if he's still out there. I don't know if he's still watching, but he's a dude that's always on Chirol people on Facebook that always does the cooking.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he be busted up laughing and like just he's like so exactly like super loud, But I think his stuff is great.
Nice.
I like watching him for a little bit and then go on to go cook some food and things like that. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to him, and he's also in Vegas. So we're gonna we're supposed to be out there in Vegas, the dance group in August.
Yes.
So I hope to see you. We're supposed to be there for the
Liberation.
the Liberation,
Yes.
which is
Hell
gonna
yeah.
be done by my my prima. So
Oh, I thought we were going out to Vegas for something else. Oh, okay, never mind.
That's cool. That's always included, bro.
another trip.
Damn, oh, that's another trip.
Oh, that's the side trip to the trip.
Saturday night. Shut your mouth.
That's It's the secret practice.
But yeah, man, before we get into the heart of the conversation today, which is going to be well, actually, that's CCF right there, pretty much. I mean, we could talk a little bit more on it. I mean, we're not going to dig too hard into it because, I mean, if you weren't there, you might want to watch it on YouTube Live.
Yes,
they have a couple things out there. You can check it out. But, you know, we want to talk about basically some internet trolling, which is probably here. If you're watching on Chamorro Facebook, Chamorro people on Facebook, I mean, we're basically addressing you guys. And then also we want to talk about Guam and the legalization of marijuana or Mary J. Or how do you say it in Chamorro?
Songi.
But we're gonna cut to a quick, brief little music snip, maybe like 30 seconds, and then we're gonna jump back into it. Just gonna refresh the beers. Mark already's pretty low. I haven't got to drink any beer yet, and this is ridiculous. Well, and so we're gonna do that. Let's do this.
That's your fault.
This short music segment is brought to you by the Island Block Radio Concert Series. This song is from Spawn Breezy. He'll be performing at the House of Blues in Anaheim on April 26th. That is a Friday. That is in the Parish Room. I believe it's all ages. So go grab your tickets now.
Faux cheesy Spawn Breezy.
All right, this segment is brought to you by the Island Block Concert Series.
Yep.
That was Spawn Breezy, which is one of the concerts coming up soon.
Yep,
Yes,
April
sir.
26th.
April 26th. My birthday was happening. I know
we know what's happening, but
Yeah,
We're
know.
doing something down here, son.
We saw some stuff going on down
But
here.
you know what? I got to give a big shout out to Spawn Breezy because not only is he doing music, he also is doing another venture, which is called Polypump. It's a workout. Yeah, he's doing like a workout powerlifting. I don't know if it's powerlifting per se only, but he's also doing like a workout
oh, very cool.
adventure.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I think he's starting his own company. I think he's with Chris Gore Dirt from San Diego as well, and they're in Claremont.
Right.
But I mean, hey, big shout out to him, man,
pretty
and
serious
bringing awareness to the health issues of the Pacific Islander people, and not just Polynesians, but you know, as a collective, I think we all have that little thing.
Hey, real quick, shout out to John Salas from Chamorro in Utah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out
Day.
John Salas.
Utah.
Anyway,
Utah.
Utah.
You turn Utah into a Chamorro village.
Or like they say in Spanish, Utah.
that's how you say it in Chamorro.
Utah.
Hey,
Going to Utah, dude.
he's watching us on YouTube.
I'll go kick back over there and be.
Hey man, you might be taking Uncle no spot. Uncle yes.
Uncle, yes.
All right. So anyway, we're
Uncle Hungen.
Ungan.
We're gonna, God damn it. We're gonna jump into this. So let's jump into the conversation. So CCF. Let's just do like a real quick run through. What did you like seeing out there twisted this year?
The closing that all the Gumas did was a very emotional closing. To see people up in the stands and up on top and on the balconies on the side, up in the beer garden, and everybody's doing the song and they're doing the hand motions and everything. It was an emotional one.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a
Yeah.
tearjerker right there.
It was, and you know the thing is like the guy from
Pride jerker. No?
yeah, the guy from Dos Desperados
Yes.
came up after that, and he looks at
Caleb is his name.
Caleb. Yeah.
He comes up and he looks at me and he goes, "Dude, that was man, I've got a lump in my throat. He goes, I don't know what they were talking about. He goes, but I could tell it was something deep. He goes, and I felt it.
Oh yeah,
He goes, man.
the
he
whole
goes,
unity, the
Yeah, he
Hita,
goes-
you know, it was.
He
it
goes,
was
I'm
good,
a
man.
Native American. He goes, and you know, we have our own chants and songs and stuff. He goes, and I could hear the emotion in that feeling. And he goes, man, I just got a lump in my throat. And I go, yeah. I said, dude, I said, if you knew what the words of that song mean, I said, it is. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But just seeing that and seeing that pride out there, that to me was my favorite thing about CCF this year. Just seeing that.
Yeah. Actually, that was the first time I ever seen like that. You know, like
Yeah.
much more people standing up and singing it, even the ones that didn't really know
Yeah.
the words to the chant, but they were still
And
trying. You know.
Yeah, you
Like,
look out and
I
you
was
see
looking
people,
around
people
and
were wiping
everybody's
their
hands
eyes
was-
crying.
You know, doing this, and I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
this is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for the ending, I was the opening. They did a prayer like that, and I was
Right.
in the back. I really didn't go out to the front, mainly because my son was out on stage, and I was kind of like watching him and just kind of like observing. It's, you know what I mean? Because for me, it's more about my son than it is for anybody myself. So I just kind of wanted to watch it and you know and indulge myself in watching my son do that.
Right.
Nice.
At the ending, they made me go up to the front, and I was singing and doing the stuff. But you ever have those moments, man, where you're up there and you just kind of like you're into it, but then you're not really into it because you're kind of observing the audience as well,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm observing the audience, man. I just see these people crying right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be a jerk, you know me, but I was sitting there like, what are you crying for? Just stop crying. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like no crying and dancing. There's no crying. But you know,
You're a jerk.
Yeah, I was totally being a jerk. I was just being an asshole. But at the same time, I understood why they were touched. You know what I mean? And I got it because when, like you said, when you looked up, you saw everybody from the middle of the amphitheater up to the top,
yeah.
up to where the beer garden was. Everybody was singing it if they knew it,
Right.
including people who didn't know, weren't in dance groups. But
Right.
if they knew it from back home, they were singing it. And so it just brought unity. And for me, it was, that was also an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Vince, you weren't there very long.
No.
What was did you see anything out there in the vendor area or the food area that you were like, yeah, that's tight, man, that's awesome?
No. You know, one thing I noticed is that a lot of people came in the early hours. A lot of people were arrived in the early hours of the festival.
Yes.
So I mean that's good, right? So you
Yeah.
want people to come early. I did see a lot of different vendors this year.
Really.
More so outside of the Chamorro culture.
Yeah, there was a couple Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Yeah.
you know, whatever. It's cool.
Mm.
I just well, you know, I was missing a good shaved ice.
Yeah, I was missing my favorite shave
Yeah, you
ice.
know, but
Yeah.
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 That's another story for another time. But hey, shout out to once again, shout out to the people on Facebook Live. Uncle Nono, I believe he's at a car show.
Yep.
Yeah. So enough is not Z.
Yeah.
Nap Z.
So we pull in Uncle Yes, also Southside certified.
Okay.
Where you from, Cole, again?
I'm from Zona Roots.
Hell yeah.
I've
man.
done
Zona
yes.
rules, dude.
And yes,
Rules.
I voted for Zofis.
Hell yeah.
Zofis for office.
Hell yeah.
And shout out to Stockton, California, who's also joining us out there. Jessica, I think
That is my Nina.
Yeah.
So,
So.
thank you for
Yeah,
watching.
and where
every
is
week.
he at? This boy right here.
who's that?
Who's that?
The one that asked where Dom's at. I mean, Noel's at.
That's David.
Oh, David. Yeah, dude. Thanks for making fun of the Jaff on my truck, bro.
So I think that was CCF though. I mean, was there anything out there, Colt, that you really enjoyed or really thought you wanted to bring to light?
No, I mean I think I saw a lot more family members out there this year. I think I was a little more relaxed this year over the previous years. Getting used to it. So I thought it was good. It felt like a long day, maybe because I was more into looking around instead of focusing and kind of like trying to stay in the game. And so it was good, man. It seemed like there was more people this year.
Yeah.
For
It seems
sure.
a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And then man, shout out to David out in Washington. Yeah, it did seem like a little bit more spread out. Like
Yep.
they opened it up a little bit. I know the workshops did really well. They had a bunch of workshops out there
Oh,
this
yeah.
year. For me, I think also the opening was probably my favorite time. And then watching, for me, watching the dance groups and also the beer garden. The beer garden was popping this year.
Yes,
Was popping.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
So there was people in there, and I kind of felt bad because these people came to the beer garden and they weren't leaving, bro. It was like sitting under the pugat tree.
Yeah, dude.
They're
They,
kicking
Hell
it.
yeah,
they
that's what I
posted
want.
up, bro. They
Yeah.
posted up. That's it. They just posted up.
They were like, "Okay, we got to go watch my nephew. We'll be right back. Can you save our chair?" I'm like, "No, I can't.
No,
save,
we can't save chairs. There's no
can't-
reservations.
You can't
here,
save your tree, man."
All right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you move from the pugat tree, somebody's gonna take it, dude.
yeah. So,
That's
yeah,
cool
we-
though. So
yeah.
there was people
It was
actually
hot,
like hanging
man.
out up
Oh
there.
yeah, big time, man. They were
Dude,
big
that's
time
sick.
hanging out. Yeah, and then for not having Bud Light, the number
Oh,
one
that-
beer
the-
of Guam.
Yeah, no, that IPA was hot.
That
I think it
IPA
was good.
was pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ale they had too was
So that was Dos Desperados once again.
Yep.
yes.
And they're here in San Marcos, California. They have a couple. They have one brewery, which is up there, right? And then they also are having an event this summer in July.
Oh yeah.
That they're getting ready for, and they're gonna let us know more information about that event.
Mm-hmm.
But they're awesome, man. They're locals, and they've been here in San Diego pretty much their whole life. At least
Nice.
Caleb has.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think CCF overall was a successful event. I'm looking forward to the upcoming Holalea that's going to be down here in
Oh,
San
yeah.
Diego. It's definitely one of my favorite events. A lot smaller than the PIFA.
Mine too. Yeah.
It's more laid back too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
way more. Man, I bring out my tent. We bring the little pop up thing, kick back. I bring my guitar. I bring a
I don't think I've
cooler.
ever gone to any.
Dude,
of
you should definitely go this
I'm
year.
gonna take
dude.
you. I'll take you with us.
Vince
I'll be
already,
out there.
Vince already
I'm
said he's gonna take me.
I'm gonna go buy me a tent right
Yeah.
now.
I'll take you.
Yeah, we'll just go kick back, and just play music.
Dude,
drink,
it's awesome out there, dude.
Yeah, you just bring a cooler and then
Can I-
we just hang out.
Can I
man.
bring my
Can I
cowbell?
go shirtless?
Can I bring my cowbell?
You can.
Yes.
You're definitely gonna piss a lot of people off, but
That's
you
cool.
sure.
I'm gonna work on my tent. I'm gonna go shirtless this year. Or
Oh
to
yeah,
this
yeah.
event.
Let's all do it,
It's all Islanders.
dude. I will not be.
Done.
I'm
Nah,
definitely not
feeling
doing
myself. I'm not gonna be shirtless for a few months at least.
But
Or at least the half shirts, old school.
The old football jersey, fishnet
No,
jersey.
football jersey.
wait, you don't like the douche cape?
that. We'll let the dude from 51st Dates.
Yeah. But man, okay, so we're gonna get into the main heart of this conversation, which
Yes.
I feel like I think it's well deserved, and I'm pretty sure if you're on there on Chamorro People on Facebook,
And they
you're
should
gonna
be,
want to
'cause
you're
I
gonna want to
shared.
stay. You're gonna want to stay for this next segment because I'm gonna try to keep it cordial, but you know what?
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. You know what? You deserve it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna cut to a quick 30-second. I'm gonna down this beer, go grab another one, come back, and then
And then it's on,
yeah,
son.
then it's on and popping.
It's about
So
to
Vince
go
T,
down.
Yo,
Hit me.
once again, this segment is brought to you by the Island Block Radio Concert Series. This one is from Maoli, one of my favorite bands.
oh dude, mine too.
They'll
Yes.
be at the House of Blues in Anaheim on Friday, May 17th. So I actually might go out there and check that one out.
Molly's pretty.
Yeah, Maoli,
Molly's
and
solid.
I'm not sure if they have anybody else, but you don't need anybody else when you have
No.
Maoli. So with that, this is Maoli, one of their more famous songs, in case you didn't know, even though it's a cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
I can't count the times almost said what's on my mind, but I didn't. Just the other day, I wrote down all the things I'd said, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. Baby, I know that you've been wondering. Oh, so here goes nothing. In case you didn't know, baby, I'm crazy about you. I would be lying if I said that I could live my life without you. Even though I don't tell you all the time,
All right, we're back. And this segment is brought to you by the Island Block series once again. Check it out. If you haven't subscribed also to Island Block TV, go out there on YouTube, subscribe to that. But the Island Block series, Vince T, who's coming up after Maoli?
Oh, man. After that is the world famous Sammy J.
Sammy J?
Sammy J. He is at the House of Blues in Anaheim. Man, House of Blues in Anaheim got like all the dope concerts up
They
there.
do.
Yeah.
And then they're right next to Disney, too.
Yes.
Oh, so it's 2 for 1. Take your
Yeah.
family out there. But Sammy J will be out there on May 25th, so the following week after Maoli. The next Saturday after Maoli. So, man, if you guys are up there, just catch all of them.
Yeah.
If you can. If
So-
you need tickets, I believe you can go to Island Block Radio.
Maybe. I don't know.
I know
House of
definitely
Blues
you can hit
Anaheim.
up Joe Sav on a DM on Instagram. I know he's promoting tickets right now.
Yep.
So go hit him up.
Or you can check out the Island Block Radio in the morning from 6
from
to 10.
6 to 10, the
Yes.
morning ride.
Morning ride. Hit up Q, call in to those guys. They'll get you in there.
Let's do it.
Just Janice Wong said Modelo's. Well, you know what? Shit, I ain't got money to be buying anything more expensive than that, right?
Yeah, and the next beer I brought is Coors.
Yeah. So we're going
what's up?
downward, son. So unless you got a beer sponsor today.
Right?
Anyway, so the
what's
heart
the
of the
one?
conversation. Oh, yeah, one cheers? Sure, I'll cheers to this because
Hey,
it's about to
Let's
go
do
in.
it.
Mother-in-law telling me I look pregnant. Yeah, thanks.
All right. So here we go. Conversation. CCF happens. A bunch of people dance. You have groups from Washington, Guma Mahi. You had our Irencha group here from San Diego, which is the one that I direct. You have Guma Iman Tatatano, KCF, Unuhit. Okay, so you have a couple of the dance groups who do what they call ancient Chamorro, which is under the direction of Uncle Frank Rabon, or not direction, but created by Uncle Frank Rabon. Never said to be authentic. And then you have the Spanish era, which is the mestizo, the mestiza, and that's a mixture of a Spanish, kind of like what you Spanish Filipino. What do you?
For the mestiza?
Yeah,
I think it's more Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
more Spanish.
Yeah,
okay,
more
so just
Spanish
Spanish,
and Chamorro.
Spanish influence
Yeah.
in Chamorro. And there's other cultures out there. Filipinos have it. They
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. I mean, I think all the islands around there fell victim, or not victim, but fell into that.
Fell
victim.
Fell victim to the
to
Spanish.
the invasion.
Mexico has the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think everybody did, and
Okay, so you go there, and then you also have Mexico, who has their influence from
Yep.
Spain, which is even more influence there. Okay, so we get all that, and then Uncle Frank, maybe 47 years ago, 43 years ago, I forget, I can't pinpoint it. He creates a thing that makes us identify Chamorro people as indigenous people who were there before Spain came.
Right.
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 Obviously, it's not. We don't know because it wasn't documented. It wasn't in there. But they do have a couple things. They said they used to dance in circles. The women had long hair. They would chant, or things like that. What the chants were, we don't know. We don't have to actually. No one was writing
one
that
will
down.
really
Yeah.
know, yeah.
No priest is gonna sit there and try to write the words down.
Right.
Today. So we go up there, we have our performances, and indigenous, you kind of wear these sadi looking things, these model looking things, however you want to describe it. And then you have raffia and these just kind of like, I don't know, minimal costumes and all that kind of information. So Chamorro people on Facebook like to take these pictures of our groups, our gumas, and in those costumes, and then they repost them, and they like to say, "Is this authentic? Is this real? Why are they teaching these neo-natives?" So I'm doing quotes.
Misrepresenting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they do quotations. Okay, and this conversation has been here for a long time.
Right.
It isn't something new. It isn't like a whoa. Where did all this come from? Okay,
Right.
maybe for some it is. I don't know.
We had a little discussion on this a couple shows ago too.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So my thing is that what they like to do, and this is for the trollers, for Mr. Two Picture Face, right? The dude, I don't know if that's him in that sunset, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not him in that sunset
No.
picture. Of a silhouette of a human, and then it's just he goes there and he says, "Is this representing correctly or is this misrepresenting?" Right? And then you have 158 comments. Boom, 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 boom. Not real, not fit, but I'm telling you, and it's like damn, man. I swear, if you just go back like a couple months, you'll see another thread, and just go there.
Yeah.
And just refer to that thing. It's like, documentation. You know what I mean? Like, just refer that, see what the people said, but it's always coming up, right?
They're beating a dead horse.
Exactly. It's a
Just
dead
beating
horse
a
you're
dead
beating.
horse. Yep.
And so my thing is everyone baits into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is where the conversation I think I want to get to. And I didn't want to rant, but God damn it, now I'm ranting.
Do it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Do it.
I hate it. I hate it because it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating to have the same conversation as someone who is a director of a dance group. That's all they see. They want to post a picture of a goddamn costume, and that's what the conversation they want to have. They don't want to have the conversation about anything else but that fucking costume. That fucking costume. Right? They don't care about anything else. They don't care about what's happening in the universities. They don't care about anything else.
Right.
They don't care about what's happening back in our home, what's happening on the military base. They don't give a shit about anything else but a goddamn costume. And that's frustrating for me as a person here in San Diego to look back at our people back on Guam or wherever you are and to be like, well, this is a big issue. As you can see, it's very sensitive. Really? Because I feel like the shit that's happening on Guam is a lot more
bigger.
fucking sensitive.
Yep.
For real.
Right.
Yep.
They're about to destroy our up there for a goddamn gun
Firing
range,
range,
a
yeah.
firing range, a bunch of ancient artifacts, and you're not worried about that?
You're not worried about, and you're not worried about your own people that are just littering and leaving stuff out in the jungles and on the roads out there.
Yes.
You're not worried about that.
Right.
Fuck. Let's talk about the goddamn brown tree snake.
Yes.
I mean, that's more of an issue than this,
How many of those have you killed?
right?
Because I at least killed one when I was on Guam.
By mistake.
No, on purpose.
Oh.
Hey, actually, it wasn't even me. My uncle did it. It was,
We're
Bro.
taking credit.
yeah, I was scared, bro. I was scared. But I tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, there's a snake back here."
What do I do? Can I kill it? Can
You
I
should
kill
probably kill it, Uncle.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if this is one of those snakes that you guys are scared of, but it's up there in your gazebo looking thing, and it's just hanging down. He got like a pole, put a rope through it, put a little noose, and then he just
And choke the shit out of it.
He popped his head off.
Nice.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, okay, so
it?
Back to the
that way
conversation.
before.
back to the conversation.
Okay.
So, so where was I going with this?
The bullshit.
Okay,
We're
okay,
about
so-
no problems, yeah.
If you're gonna be there on Chamorro People on Facebook, right? What you saw Uncle Nono do this week, he basically trolled the page. He put a bunch of nonsense.
Trolled the trolls.
Yeah, trolled the trolls, and you see everybody bait into it, and it's just example. And I hope that if you're watching this from Chamorro People on Facebook, that you see that what they're doing. He's pulling you into something that you already know. You already know the answer to for yourself. Yeah. As an adult, you know the answer to it. There's no reason for you to go there and basically put your opinion so you can get more frustrated with yourself, get more frustrated with your people. It's a troll. He's baiting you, man.
Well, everybody has to be heard. Everybody has to have their opinion heard or read, and that's why it's so easy to bait them in on a troll like that. You know, you just.
Yeah.
I mean, and the stuff that he was putting out there, like you said, you know the answer to it.
Right.
But everybody has to have their opinion. They have to be heard. You know, and everybody has to rebut somebody's opinion, which is fine.
Right.
But getting back to the
And
whole thing with the dance, man.
And even if you are, so even if you are that person who wants to be like, maybe I don't get it.
Right.
Maybe I really want to stand for what I believe in. Okay, by all means, stand for what you believe in.
But do it with an open mind.
But do it with your own damn face.
Yeah.
Don't put a picture of a goddamn sun.
Silhouette.
Yeah, of a silhouette of a human and be like, well, I just don't get it. My account was made on November 24th of 2018. What in the world?
And is that really your name?
No, that's not his name.
It's the most generic
Yeah,
name.
it is one of the most.
That
generic
is so
names.
frustrating because there are people out there who are true and they mean what they say.
Right.
Like
It's fine.
Clark Limtiaco, right?
Right.
He believes in the mestizo era and he truly researches it. At least I believe he truly researches it, right?
And it sounded like he did from what he had to say.
Yeah, and he drops in all the information,
Right.
which is great. My suggestion to him is you find someone who's in that dance major area and you just give them all the information and let them create something that they can adapt to. I would if he was here in San Diego, and I would listen to him speak on things, and I would try to adapt to some sort of history there. Anyway, okay. So, Cole, answer me this. When you're on Guam and you have a conflict with somebody, what do you do?
I bet to them like this.
Huh, boy? Huh? Then you take the shirt off.
Are you staring at me? No.
You acting Bob and me, boy?
I don't know. I mean, I left Guam at a pretty young age, so yeah, that's probably what I would do back then. But now I'd probably talk it out and find the facts. I don't know.
You would try
it
to
all
at least
depends.
talk to them, right?
Yeah, at least talk to them. I mean, we're all civilized people now. I mean, if they want to go to the Zongo, I'll go there. You know what I mean? I can go there. I get my own machete.
Okay, maybe not the
But,
best
yeah,
person to ask.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But
Talk to
you,
them.
I mean, when you came out here and you joined our dance troupe, you never done this in Guam. You never. played-
Never. I've always enjoyed watching all the dance groups. My wife herself was a little bit into Tahitian dancing, and then started seeing the Chamorro groups come out, and so it definitely caught my eye, caught my interest a lot. And coming out here, I never really thought about doing it out here.
Yeah.
So
And I can say it's different for us out here as well. And the reason why it's different is because we're not surrounded by a bunch of Chamorros every single day, unless
Right.
we make ourselves surrounded by Chamorros every single day.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's a sense of community. It's a sense of home. And for once, I mean, hopefully if you're watching out there, one thing you have to understand, the dancing is a small part of what we do in our dance groups.
Yes, it
the
is.
the Fafanaguis had a big conversation about this on Fanatsu. And it's true. What you do in a dance group, that performance you're watching only represents 20 minutes of what we do every week, every year, the last 5 years.
Right.
Right? You're watching 20 minutes and you're judging it by 20 minutes. If you step in the dance group, you'll see it's a completely different aspect of what we're doing in there.
Yeah. The gatherings, everything that we do together.
Everything. Back,
you'll see.
we're giving back to the community. We're trying to help our kids stay out of trouble so they can succeed in life. And then we're trying to learn the language.
Right.
Right? So if you're out here in San Diego or the States, you don't talk to anybody. Everybody you talk to speaks English and Spanish. Right? Out here, to speak with someone that speaks Chamorro, it's pretty much non-existent, except for our grandparents, if they're still alive.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so for us, we're trying to reconnect to our language so we can speak the same language as the people that are back on home. You know, in the CNMI, the Marianas, Guam, we can speak Chamorro. And then,
And if you do it through song or chant,
Yeah.
and that's how you're learning it,
exactly.
then so be it.
That's how most people learn languages, right? I just saw something earlier. It's a Chinese guy say he learned how to speak English through watching TV. It just so happened, though, that he was watching BET the whole time. And so he just learned. He's like, if you listen to me, he goes, I actually talk like I'm black. And he's like, because Snoop Dogg was my main person to listen to.
I
Know
wouldn't
what
say
I'm
black,
saying?
just in that culture, bro.
Huh?
I wouldn't say black.
What?
You don't talk like you're black. Black people don't talk a certain way.
All right. Well, what's the word you want to say?
Pop culture.
Because it is black entertainment TV.
Well, ghetto culture.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right.
Well,
we'll
that
do
makes
ghetto.
it better.
Yeah. Good job there, Vince T.
Hey,
For clarifying.
Anyway,
if y'all living together, y'all
Okay,
know there's
so
only black
what I'm saying is, if you're out there and you're taking a picture of our kids from Guam and or wherever you might be, and you're putting it back on that Chamorro people on Facebook, which is it has a big following, if not one of the biggest ones.
Right.
If not the biggest one of the biggest ones on Facebook. And for our kids, they might see that. They might see their picture up there, and you saying that they're misrepresenting their culture. And that might, devastate them to a point where they're like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Why is that my picture? Why am I the one doing it wrong? And then our parents have to go back and they have to explain, and then we have to take them and we have to explain like what they're doing right and why you might not understand. You know what I mean? To me, that's frustrating. That's super annoying. And it's because it's a constant thing that we have to deal with. It's every festival, every year. And I swear these people, they take the damn phrases, they like keep it in their word or their word right there. And they're like, oh, wait, oh, there's a picture. Copy, paste that, click, right click, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then they don't say nothing to nobody for like a good chunk of time. And then they might say something to someone who agrees with them. Definition of a troller, man.
So, you and I, we've had this conversation before, Rich, and when I watch our kids every practice and I see the work that they put in to put a show together and what they're learning, what I do for the group is nothing in comparison to what these kids do. They bust their asses out there every practice. And when they step out on that stage, their emotions, everything comes out. And they do their damnedest to put the best damn show that they could put out.
Right.
And when I read the comments from these trollers out there, I'm going to be real. Fuck you.
Ooh.
Straight up. Because you have no clue what it is that these kids are doing, how much heart and love they're putting in to what they're doing to learn about their culture. Now, you may look at it as, oh, well, you're misrepresenting. But what are you doing
Exactly.
to represent the culture in a positive way?
Then-
What are you doing to teach your culture other than being a troll
Nothing.
and telling people that what they're doing is false? Nobody knows right now what is true because what was taken from the Spanish is gone. It's lost.
Right.
So what we have as dance today is what was created in order to put something out there to try to explain to people this is who we are.
Right.
This is who we were in the past.
Yeah.
And like it was said before, there has to be some kind of an ancient dance or chant or song that we don't know about because there's no culture out there that doesn't celebrate milestones or events that happen
Right.
without dance or song.
Yep.
So you can't tell me out of everybody in this world that there's one island out of the entire planet that didn't have song or dance,
Yeah.
right? So whatever it was that
exactly,
was that was there was taken away.
Yeah,
So
no,
it
you
took
think
somebody
about it
who-
too. These dances and all that. I mean, you can only think that how these dances are created are with events, life-changing events too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it can be like a dance about the war, or it can be a dance about a battle between two villages or between two chiefs. You know?
Right.
And it can be anything, just a dance about family or about food. You know, and that's just, I think that's just the way it is, and that's the way I think deep down inside all people are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially indigenous. It's the best way to tell a story is to do it by dance. So
Dance,
Yeah,
song,
songs,
chant, whatever.
yeah,
And to me, that's exactly what you were saying was it's weird. If you honestly think in the whole world that we're the only civilization, the Chamorro people, that didn't celebrate music or chant in that indigenous aspect. I'm not saying like post contact.
Yeah, post contact.
Okay, I'm not saying post contact. We already understand that we have that, and where we were there. But pre contact, there had to be something, right? I mean, there had to be.
yep.
It's everywhere around us. It isn't like there's like a big like scape of area anywhere in the world. I mean, even Iceland. Icelandics have like chants and songs and dances.
Yeah.
'Cause you think about
And
it,
that's
I
cold
mean,
as shit. I wouldn't want to sing shit in the cold.
all right, yeah.
Except for fuck, it's cold.
I mean, it's not like the bustling cities that are nowadays. You know what I mean? Back then, there was time. You know what I mean? So there was time to do the dances, and
Right.
time to tell stories. Nowadays, that's why a lot of people don't understand it. Is because you don't see that in the city streets.
No.
Because there's no time to do it. Everybody's in a rush. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing I noticed about
I
growing up and living in
I
Guam.
sing in my car all the time.
Yeah, But growing up living in Guam and having that pace, and then coming out here, and the pace is just different.
Yeah.
Just turning a leaf. You know, it's totally different. And then when you go back, you're just like you feel a little too fast, and as soon as you slow down, it's like, oh man, I feel like I'm home again. You know what I mean? Then I gotta leave.
Well, let's leave it at that. And if you're out there, if you're still watching, Chamorro people on Facebook, let's try to stop feeding into the bait.
Yes, please.
The bait.
Please look at the positive. What
I
these
mean,
kids
I
are
don't
trying
mind.
to do.
I don't mind having the conversation, but not the bait. You know what I mean? Like, not the people who want to sit there and just make everybody angry at each other. Dude, we have enough people to make us angry outside of our culture. You know what I mean? Like, within ourselves, we have to understand that there's reasons. And if you have questions, man, just ask. Like I always tell people, dude, I'll have the conversation with you. You come here to San Diego, I'll have that conversation with you, and we can sit here and we can talk about it, not debate, talk about it. the same. Have just a discussion. And
Listen to each other.
Yeah, and walk away and say, hey, you know what? I might not agree with all that guy completely, but I understand what he was saying for sure.
Yeah.
But me,
Or woman. Sorry.
but me, for this particular troll, and I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening. If you come out here to San Diego for PIFA, or you come out next year for CCF, find me. Find me, and I want you to tell me about these kids and what they're doing in the negative way that you've done it, because I'm gonna fuck out your face, bro.
Fuck.
Period.
Par.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a
Kelly
promise.
Gwynn his ass.
That's a promise.
Kelly win his ass.
All right, we're gonna cut to some real quick, another quick break. We're gonna talk about that legalization of marijuana back on Guam and some of the
I wish
impacts.
I was there when I was growing up.
So you're
I
gonna
would've
be
been
our
all right.
subject matter
I
expert.
would have
Cole.
never got in trouble.
But we'll keep it brief. I mean, because yeah. So let's do that. Vince, hit me with some music.
You start to feel a fresh vibe from me. It takes a talent, natural ability. You can't resist my command. Although I told you I'm a one-woman man, I said I'm a one-woman man. I'll do the best I can. Away now, I am a one-woman man. I'll do the best I can. You say you're ready, but it's hard to stop. Spilling on the radio, ready or not. Play it, DJ, one more time. Reverse communication, stop. Rewind. Dub creator, dub of a selector. Burn one down all night. Dub creator, dub of a selector. Burn one down all night. Lonely little girl. Lonely.
All right, we're back, and this is brought to you by Out on Block Series, concert series. If you missed earlier, we have Sammy J on April 26th?
April 26th.
May
Oh, man.
May 25th, I believe that is. Yeah, May 25th. That's a Saturday. Before that, Maoli will be there on May 17th. That's a Friday. And even before that, this month of April, it'll be on. Spawn Breezy will be at the House of Blues in Anaheim on April 26th. That is a Friday.
All right.
Well, I was all wrong on that one.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I'll shut up next time.
Yeah, please do.
Anyway, so we're going to drop this real quick. It's not going to be a long one because I feel like living in California, we kind of already accepted the whole
Marijuana
legalization.
industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now I believe for us, at least for me, it's capitalizing on it.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. I understand why people say that they're against it. To me, it's kind of weird, but I mean, back in the day, prohibition,
Alcohol, yeah.
alcohol was the same thing, and today I could not imagine it being illegal.
No, definitely not.
No, we all be in jail.
Yeah, I'd be in that goddamn toilet or something, like making some goddamn brew or
Some
something.
Pruno.
Some kava.
But you know what I mean? Like that's part of the moving forward, I guess, progression and things like that. How do you guys feel about the legalization of marijuana on Guam?
I guess I'll go.
Go for
It's not a bad thing, man. I think it's as long as it's used responsibly. It's just like drinking. To be honest, for me, that's what I see it as. If that's your choice of how you relax or do whatever it is. I know there's several health benefits that people have been trying to prove. But there's also some knuckleheads out there that don't use it correctly, and it causes a lot of problems. So I get there's both sides. I mean, that's the effect. I mean, from the drug itself. But I mean, either way, marijuana's not gonna go away. It's kind of like alcohol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either you make it legal and capitalize on it, or people just do it illegally and
You're still
it
gonna
is what it
capitalize
is.
on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, prior to California becoming, it was Uncle Sam wants his money. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, when you see it's happening. So it's like Well, Uncle Sam just wants his chunk of change now, right?
Yeah, because it was never gonna stop.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, hopefully you don't legalize crack because that's not gonna stop either.
Yeah.
It's a whole different issue.
Yeah.
It's a whole different kind
Well,
of.
and honestly, like if you look at gambling, right? Gambling itself, it's frowned on, it's illegal, and everything else. And then the natives started doing it on their land, and nobody paid attention to them for decades. They had them on welfare or sub-welfare, whatever. And then once they started seeing that they were making money, and they're opening their casinos on their land, all of a sudden the government wanted in. Now they want their tax money. They want to get paid. The same thing here now. They want to get paid. They're going to get their money one way or another.
Yeah.
So
Uncle Sam's always gonna get his money.
right.
Yeah,
He's
no
gonna
matter
find a way. He's gonna find one way to tax you.
Yeah.
What do you think of it happening on Guam, and what do you think the money is gonna do? Do you think it's gonna help? Do you think it's gonna go to the right, be allocated to the right areas?
I think initially it will, but I don't know. That's kind of a tough one right there because I think Guam's like in debt itself, and I think the whole island needs the money. So I don't know. I don't know. I think initially it will go to good use. Whether it will hold, I'm not sure.
Do you think it's a benefit to Guam by legalizing, or do you think it's more of what is it, detrimental to the society?
I
Like,
don't
does it
know,
hurt-
man.
does
That's
it-
a
does it
tough
hurt
one. I
Guam?
mean,
Yeah.
because I used to smoke a lot. To tell you the truth, and I used to do it recreationally, and it was fun.
Recreationally.
I had plants and everything, but
That's more than recreation.
yeah, I did it for fun and for pride and all that stuff.
And
But
the statute of limitations is up.
yeah, yeah. So, that's hearsay. So as far as I know, I'm just bragging. I didn't really have any trees.
I just knew somebody that had that stuff.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like pugwa. One time they try to ban pugwa or they try to make it illegal, and that's no way. That thing grows wild.
Yeah.
And I think of it like Vince over here, Vince was saying that as long as it's used in the right way and not abused, I think it's beneficial in its own way. You know what I mean?
Well, it's been proven too.
Yeah,
medically.
and you got to understand it's a naturally grown plant. The only reason why it's a controlled substance is because the money cannot be controlled, and then everybody overdoes it. And I think everybody overdoes it because it's illegal, and it becomes more fun like that. So, but in the beginning of that, I think that's how it started. How can we make money? We can't because everybody's doing it. So let's make it illegal to control it, and people use it as fun.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes to break a rule here and there. We just make sure break the rules more often.
And let's face it, it's fun.
No, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. It was too strong nowadays for me, but
So that's another thing is that I think what I saw, at least within the news, that they were trying to kind of try and ban the high strains or the hybrid strains of weed, which I think is I think you should.
That's not bad.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. Grow the regular stuff. I mean, I don't
The
smoke.
natural stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't smoke, so I mean, to me, it doesn't neither here or there. But I can understand it from a conservative point. If you don't do it and you're older, you're conservative, why it would ruffle your feathers, because it's like, dude, if you're gonna start allowing this plus alcohol plus everything else.
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah, what's gonna be? Because everybody wants, like you were saying, everybody wants to break a rule. Now you're saying marijuana is legal.
Yeah.
What's the next rule to break? Right. So then it becomes, all right. Well, what's next? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Popping pills or whatever you want to do. On the other side, I don't think marijuana is that bad. I honestly think.
No, I mean, to me, I think it's kind of like an alcohol deal. You know what I mean? Control it in that sense, to where people at that age or that certain age know how to make the decision or held to making better decisions. Like 21 years. I mean, I've been drinking since I was 18. Actually, to be honest, since I was like 14. But
We don't need
You
to
know,
tell
that's
yourself you're dope.
neither here nor there. But
You're only 18
That's only
now.
hearsay.
yeah, I was,
You're not in the
I was
church.
feeling like I was 18. I mean, I did everything I was supposed to. I got my license when I was 16.
Yeah.
I had my good grades. I went to school every day. And the only reason why I didn't graduate is because, normally it's because I got into an accident, but I still went back, got my degree, or not my degree, my GED.
Nice.
And that was recommended to me over going to night school. And you know what? I passed the first time. So I got it. Even though I was kind of doing weed and it was illegal back then, I was still trying to do my part. Still trying to be who my parents wanted me to be. And, ultimately
There
I
you go.
wanted to be.
Right.
Right.
So
Not
You still got to progress.
Useful
You don't
in
get stuck.
society.
yeah. As long as you don't put yourself in the holding cell, so to speak, to where, this is all I'm going to be stuck doing this. And this is all I know how to do. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like beer. To me, I think it is.
Yeah, don't be a weedaholic where that's what your whole life revolves around.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so many people depend on it, and they're going to be out there just like alcohols. Alcoholism. It's people are going to depend on it.
Cheers to
Cheers.
that.
You know?
Cheers to that. All right.
All right.
All right.
I don't have just like that song. I don't have a problem drinking beer at all. You know what I mean?
Sure don't. Well, so overall, would you, if you were to vote, if you guys were to vote, what would you vote?
To legalize it.
Vince T.
Yeah, I'll agree. Legalize.
Yeah,
Legalize?
I would.
I'd say no, but only on the premise because I don't want the tax
Yeah.
for me. Like,
I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
people are gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Like
For me, it's
we
like-
talked about earlier. I mean,
I don't want to be taxed on my. Dude, if this could be not taxed, you know how much alcohol tax we pay on this
Yeah.
stupid
Yeah.
bottle? Yeah, if I could,
people who smoke cigarettes, do tobacco, same thing. Look at the taxes on that.
yeah.
Right. So yeah, same.
What is a
thing.
pack of cigarettes down? $10 or something?
Oh man,
$12.
I don't know. I keep trying to switch to get it under 10 to find one that's under $10. I'm like, how much is that? 77.6 plus tax. It's $8. Okay, let me get two of those. I switched brands so many times just to try to get.
It might
one
be
that's under
cheaper just to
$10.
smoke weed.
You know what? Yeah, I can grow my own. But, no.
All right, that's.
I don't want to get robbed. That's the problem.
No, just don't tell Noel where you live. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining us today. We're about to
Hopefully-
get out of here.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I still want to rant on that turmoil people on Facebook, but I don't, because I don't want to. I don't want to give them more light than they deserve.
Right.
Right. So, but I want to give a shout out to Uncle Yes Yes.
Oh
Uncle,
yeah.
yes.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us today.
Ungan.
One guy.
And Uncle No Hope you're having fun out there on
Yeah,
the
dude.
car club.
Whatever,
family.
dude.
He's actually going to be
whatever.
out there in Guam pretty soon. Make sure you guys catch him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoot a picture with him. Guys, anything else? You guys before we head out of here?
Our event.
Oh yes.
Oh,
We
go
got to
ahead.
talk about our event. April 26th, AleSmith in Miramar.
Yep.
Yes.
ParBar is going to be hosting. Did we decide what we were going to call it?
Island Style Friday.
Island
Style
Style
Fridays at
Fridays.
AleSmith.
Okay, guys, come on out, check us out, come meet the boys, come hear some live music, and have
Drink
some-
with us.
come drink with ParBar.
And it's some idiot's birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who that idiot is.
Don't buy him nothing.
Yeah, don't
This
buy him.
idiot.
Don't buy him shit.
Yeah. This
That's
probably
it.
will be my last birthday.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
on baby number 3, son.
Yeah. Baby 3's coming soon, so that's my last birthday right here.
That last hoorah.
Yeah, my last hoorah. Till I'm like
Alright.
50. All right. Well, if you're out there, you have any questions, comments, man, send it out to us, and
Please.
let us know. But with that being said, we out of here. Estelators.
Shoots.